Henry is a big green engine who works on the main line pulling passenger trains and freight trains. Sometimes his route can go through the forest, and sometimes he can be too proud of himself. This could lead to problems. One day, Henry was taking some trucks to the forest when he saw something on the tracks. His driver stopped the train. "Why have we stopped?" "There's a yellow flag near the line. It means we can go no further. It can also mean that it is dangerous and no one can go past, not even us." After Henry's driver said that, Henry immediately took it the wrong way. "Except for me, nothing is too dangerous for me." "Don't get too proud of yourself, Henry," said his driver. And after that, Henry had to go on to another route. For the rest of the way, Henry thought of how he could prove himself to his driver, completely ignoring the fact that every engine knows not to pass a sign of danger. When Henry arrived at the station, there was Percy waiting to collect some trucks for Thomas's junction. "There was a yellow flag on the track, and my driver thinks I am not strong enough to withstand what is behind it." "Come on, Henry. You are getting too proud of yourself again. Listen to your driver. It is very dangerous. Don't go past." "Oh, come on, Percy. You're just a little engine. You can't do the things that a big engine like me could do." Percy ignored Henry and began to arrange his trucks into place. And Henry went out to pull the express. As Henry was backing onto the express, he had an idea. "Oh, sure, Percy and driver. I'll try to force myself past the yellow flag. That way I can prove to them that nothing will happen if I go past." But Henry was soon to find out that it would be more of a difficult task than he had hoped. Every time Henry tried to pass, his driver always stopped him. "Stop! It's not safe to go past. You're making the trains delayed with your curiosity. Sir Topham Hatt won't like this." When Henry arrived at the station, Sir Topham Hatt was there. He looked very upset. "Henry, I'm beginning to please with the passengers saying that all your trains are rerouted. So unless you can get your directions right, James is going to pull your express while you take his freight trains." "Yes, sir. Wait, sir." "Yes? What is it?" "What is behind the yellow flag?" "Oh, something that happened. It's not a big deal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back to my office." So Henry backed onto the freight train, complaining about his recent adventures. "If it's not such a big deal, why can't a big green engine like me be able to handle it? I just wish I could know what's behind it." The trucks overheard Henry's complaints and laughed, and began making a plan. At first, everything was going well, until they approached the forest. His driver began to wonder if Henry was going to try to pass it again. They got closer and closer towards the different sections of the track, when the truck started to push Henry. "Hey, what is going on?" "I'm not doing this." "I'm not doing it either," said the fireman. On, past the yellow flag." "Right, now the trucks want to pass it." And they did. And up ahead was a fallen tree. "Oh no!" His driver applied the brakes just in time. His buffers hit part of the tree. Henry was shaken but not stirred. The trucks laughed and laughed and laughed. His driver was cross. "Great, just great. Well, you got to see what was past the yellow flag. See, this is what happens when you get too proud of yourself." "It was the truck's fault, not mine." "Even so, it was your own doing. Everything all happened just because you were curious." Meanwhile, Percy was pulling his own trucks when he saw that Henry had passed the yellow flag, and he also saw that Henry had almost hit the tree and laughed. "Well, Henry, it seemed you got your wish, but not the way you had wanted it." Henry didn't answer, and Percy began to help pull his trucks out of the way. And after a while, Henry was able to reverse into the unused line. His driver examined him. Nothing is wrong, thankfully. Things would have been a lot worse. You have to stop being too proud of yourself and listen to the people around you. especially in the beginning when I told you what a yellow flag was for. I should have listened to you and Percy in the beginning. I am very sorry. That night, when Henry went back to the sheds, Percy told the other engines about what had happened, and they all laughed at him. Just look at proud Henry, determined to pass the flag and have to ask the trucks to do it for him. Better keep him away from Bill and Ben. He might want to pass through them as if they were a yellow flag. Henry, I thought you liked trees. Why would you want to hit them? Henry crept into his shed, feeling very silly.